Hi everybody, I'm Stacy Frizzle with People Plus, and this is the community update for April 7th. It's Tuesday. It's glorious outside, probably 55 already, and absolutely beautiful blue sky, sunny. It's a great day to get outside and move your body and feel like you are out and about. So I encourage you to do that. I hope that you will. If you're watching this on TV and it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as soon as it's over, maybe turn your TV off and go outside if you haven't been out yet. It will be glorious. And I think we're going to start getting some rain later in the week, like Thursday, Friday. So you definitely want to take advantage of today's sunshine if you can. So how are you? We are checking in from People Plus here as always. And the first thing I want to try and encourage you to do every time we touch base is to know that if you need services, the United Way's helpline 211 is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by the Maine CDC. So please take advantage of calling 211 if you need any services whatsoever. Okay, so let's get caught up with the latest happenings in the area. Town of Brunswick, property taxes. Real estate property taxes are due in 2 installments for all of the local area towns, with the first installment due October 15th and the second one April 15th. So April 15th is coming right up. That's next week. So for the second installment, normally due in April, the Brunswick Town Council has voted to extend the due date to May 15th. So if you live in Brunswick, Maine, your spring property tax payment has been extended to May 15th. So that's really nice of the town. They're trying to give people, a lot of people are out of work and not sure about paychecks and unemployment and all that kind of stuff. So giving people an extension on their property taxes is a lovely gesture from the town of Brunswick. That is incredibly helpful. Any tax that says not paid by October 15th in full will have the standard late fees and subject to all that stuff. So just anyway, try to pay your April 15th taxes by May 15th. So it's very nice of the town of Brunswick to extend that. The town has also waived the trash bag law for now. So if you cannot go to the grocery store, you're trying to avoid and stay home, or if you just don't have the extra money to buy trash bags that are official town trash bags, go ahead and use the bags that you own, and the town will pick them up anyway during this time. So just want to make sure everyone knows that the trash bag charge has been waived during this period. So that's another nice thing from the town. Okay, the Cathants River Nature Preserve has been temporarily closed. So that's CREA, based in Topsom at the back of Highland Green neighborhood. Is a beautiful nature preserve. If you've never been there, I highly recommend you go when this whole thing is over. But for now, it's temporarily closed effective yesterday. So it's at the request of the landowner due to concerns about, increased use, safety, etc. Trying to make sure that people are keeping their distance from each other. Highland Green initiated the closure to protect residents within the community who are deemed high risk, because Highland Green is a retirement community. So pretty much everyone who lives there is, probably 55 and older, and are finding themselves at a higher risk, more vulnerable population, as we all know. So not having hordes of people come to use the nature center is probably smart. So you can't blame them for that. So check the websites of other estuaries. The Brunswick Topsom Land Trust is a fantastic resource for all of the areas, all of the hiking and nature preserves in the area. You can also check the Harpswell Heritage Land Trust, the Kennebec Estuary Land Trust, and the Freeport Conservation Trust for information about local trails while the CREA Preserve is temporarily closed. Okay, so just check your local listings. There's actually through Midcoast Hospital, you can find the Access Health website, and there is a fantastic trail map available with links to all of the websites through the interactive map. So that's probably your one-stop shopping actually to find the best places to go hiking is through the Access Health Get Active area map right now, and it's live and updated recently. Okay, so there are some bookstores still available. There's a couple in Brunswick, Topsom, Harpswell there. So check your local bookstores if you are running out of books. And with the library not being able to really open its catalog right now, some people may be growing weary of their home collection. So there are some bookstores still available and open. Just check your local listings for that. Several local area restaurants are offering Easter takeout dinner. Check the BDA website because the BDA has a list of all the area restaurants that are open and still providing takeout. There are restaurants in Topsom and Harpswell also providing takeout. And so you definitely don't want to miss that. Bath as well. Definitely check Bath, Harpswell, Topsom, in addition to the Brunswick Downtown Association, because all of the area restaurants could really use your patronage right now. And gosh, doesn't it feel like we've all made dinner 398 times already? Every night. Who knew the hardest thing about being a grown-up would, trying to figure out what to make for dinner every night. So anyway, I think people are really feeling that. So Easter dinner in particular is going to feel odd this year, I think. We're celebrating my daughter's 15th birthday on Easter, and she's made a request for roast chicken, and I was lucky enough to find a roast chicken yesterday at the grocery store. So I bought it already and popped it in the freezer. So we will conveniently have our roast chicken, and there were tons of ham. So if your tradition is to make ham, just so you know, they had them at the grocery store still. So I'm going to segue into reminding people that People Plus is shopping for those of you who want to stay home. So give us a call if you need groceries shopped for and delivered to you so that you can stay safe in your home. We have tons of volunteer drivers on the ready to swing by your house, pick up an envelope that you've got taped to the door with your grocery list and either cash or a blank check, and they will go do your grocery shopping, pick up your prescriptions, and bring them back to your house and leave it on your doorstep with your change or your receipt. So it's a great system. We're thrilled to be able to offer that to the community. And, we couldn't be doing it, honestly, without the sponsorship and the support of the United Way, of the Maine Women's Giving Tree, of the Maine Community Foundation, and Rusty Lantern Markets, who are sort of our four big sponsors, in addition to Susan Wilson and Linda Cronkite. They've all been really lovely sponsors of this program that has enabled us to care for others while they're staying safe in their homes. So thanks to all of our supporters there. And it's made it so that we can help. We have dozens of calls coming in a day for people asking to be added to the transportation network so that we can do their shopping for them and bring them groceries. So yesterday, to that point, I went to the grocery store and it took 15 minutes of standing outside, luckily in the glorious sunshine, and every single person was wearing a mask, every one of them. And in fact, there was one person who didn't have a mask in line, and several people asked that person if they had a mask. So I went to the post office and the grocery store yesterday, and every person out and about is now wearing a mask. So if you need masks, we also have those at the People Plus Center. They are being stitched by volunteers and dropped off for us. I'm giving them an alcohol spray, and then we're handing them out to people. So also let us know if you need a mask. We have them at People Plus. And something to bear in mind, I bet there is something under your sink that you've got that you hadn't really even thought about using against this virus. And it's probably Lysol. Jonathan found ours under the sink. He was like, hey, look at this. It's the Lysol, and it kills viruses and germs. So we are thinking that's probably a good treatment for some of the stuff that might come through the house. If you do go to the grocery store or out and about and you bring anything back, make sure you're spraying down if you can. Lysol would be great, and then let it sit in the garage for maybe a day or two. You could also create your own sort of alcohol spray using either rubbing alcohol if you have it, or actual alcohol. Jonathan made one for us out of vodka and 151 Bacardi. And he was able to sort of figure out what the measurements are so that he has the percentage of alcohol at 63%, which is the same percent that's on our hand sanitizer bottle. So we are just spritzing everything off, all the bags that come from the grocery store. And then after we've unloaded the groceries, we wipe down, he sprays the whole island, kitchen island, with Windex cleaner, and we wipe that off and let that dry, so that we are really bending over backwards to make sure that virus does not come in our house. I've also heard you should be taking your shoes off as soon as you step foot in the door. Do not wear them around your house, because if you've been out and about, you could possibly have tracked it in. It's also maybe in your car, and then in your house. So another tip is to clean your car. Clean off your car doors and knobs and steering wheel and gear shift and windows and all the buttons and the radio and everything in your car. Clean it out. Go outside. Today's a gorgeous day to do it, and clean your car interior. And even clean off the gas and the brake pedals if you can. Using Windex would be great for that, and keep it nice and clean. And then leave the windows all rolled up in the sun, because that high heat is going to damage that virus as well. It does not like to be hot. So those are all good tips to try and stay safe around shopping. If you're just going to try and stay home though, call us. We have masks, and we have a food shopping service happening right now at People Plus. Alrighty. Okay, prescriptions, another option. Several local pharmacies will bring your prescription out to your car if you call them first. So call and renew your prescription, pay for it either over the phone or on your account, and then let them know when you're in the parking lot, and they'll bring it right out to you. And guess what? Okay, so some fantastic news has come in. Midcoast Humane Center, which is Coastal Humane Society, used to be called. It's basically where you go to adopt a pet. It's now open for pet adoptions, yay, by appointment only. So if you're thinking, because we're all home right now, this would be the perfect time to get a puppy or a kitten or adopt a hamster or a rabbit or whatever they have down there, you might be right. And it might just be exactly what we need to sort of break up the monotony, make us feel less isolated, give us something to worry about besides ourselves, and it would be great. So if you're interested, contact Midcoast Humane and let them know what you're interested in. Maybe check out their inventory. I think you can do it online as well. They have pictures, and then make an appointment and maybe go down and get yourself a little pet, a little friend would be lovely. And we heard from the town yesterday that they are going to renovate and regrade the People Plus parking lot. Say that 5 times fast. People Plus parking lot is going to be regraded starting in the next few days. So we were going to wait and do it in August, but it just makes sense to do it right now. It'll only take about a week, and this way it'll be done by the time we reopen. We're also doing some renovations inside the center. As I mentioned yesterday, I think we're sort of spackling and painting and doing stuff like that. So it makes complete sense to get the parking lot done during this week as well. So heads up, if you are coming to the People Plus Center, the parking lot will be closed all of next week. But that's okay. There's tons of street parking right now in particular, because no one's out and about. So if you need to pick up a mask or some food or anything like that, don't hesitate to make an appointment. We will be able to still function even without a parking lot. Okay. Right down the street from People Plus on Union Street is the Midcoast Hunger Prevention Program. And they wanted us to remind everybody that their drive-through pantry is open to anyone, no questions asked, Tuesdays 11 to 2 and 4 to 6. So Tuesdays, that's today, 11 to 2 and 4 to 6. Wednesdays 11 to 2, Fridays 11 to 2, and Saturdays 12 to 3. So check your local area. Harpswell also has a food pantry truck that comes down from Midcoast Hunger Prevention Program, and you can check the website for details on that. And there are several food pantry sites in Topsom as well, and Bath. So again, just check your local listings or give them a call and find out where your closest service provider might be for a food pantry. And if you need us to pick up food at a food pantry, our drivers are very willing to do that also, and they will bring it to your house. So again, just call People Plus if you need services, considering some free food services from the food pantries. Okay, we covered off masks and the 6-foot rule. I said to check the BDA website, and we've talked yesterday, the modified Amtrak schedule. It begins yesterday and runs through the end of April till the 30th. 1 round trip per day for essential services only. So if you are an Amtrak regular user, you may be impacted by this, probably in a positive way, because we're not really supposed to be going anywhere. But there you have it. Okay, so unemployment claims. I know a lot of us have filed unemployment. Today, Tuesday, is last name I through Q. So if your last name begins with the letter I through Q, today is your day to call the unemployment office. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is R through Z. Again, last names beginning with R through Z are tomorrow. Thursday and Friday are open, they're unassigned. So I guess you just have to kind of go for it and keep calling and calling. And the 800 number is 1-800-593-7660. So give that a shot if you need to. Also, just a reminder, Brunswick Parks and Rec, all of the department playgrounds, athletic fields, restrooms, outdoor athletic courts, and the dog park are currently closed, unfortunately. You can still walk the 2.5 mile paved Androscoggin River bike path. So that's open. I know it's getting a lot of use right now, and it's a lovely place to go, especially on a glorious day like this, to get some good exercise, to maybe put your feet in the water. Just try to maintain social distance. That's their only request. Just stay away from people if you can. And if you know that you're going to be close up, wear a mask, please. That's one of the most important things you can do. All right, the senior gardens located along Industry Road remain open as well. So if you're interested in a plot, call People Plus, because we are managing those plots still, and there are some available. So give us a call at the People Plus. The Bath YMCA is still serving lunches Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 12:30. You can stop by and pick up a brown bag anytime. And let's see. Apple Club. We're doing Apple Club this week. We are planning on it for April 9th at 3 p.m. If you're interested, email me. I've had maybe 6 or 7 emails so far, and I will send you a link with a code and a password. This is not an open Zoom invitation. It will be password protected, especially based on what's been happening recently on Zoom. So you have to be careful if you're using Zoom to make sure that you've got a closed meeting with a password, and our Apple Club will be that. So if you want to participate in Apple Club, you really need to let me know as soon as you can, please, and I will send you the link probably Wednesday, which is tomorrow, so that everybody can log in. All right, so let's see. Okay, so the other thing about transportation, the Brunswick Explorer is currently running a single bus from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So one bus is doing the whole thing, so it might take a little while to get there. So there may be some delays. Remember that wherever you're going, you want to check and make sure it's open first so that you don't get dropped off somewhere that's closed and then you're kind of stuck there. And the bus will run eastbound from Mallard Pond Apartments on Baraboo Drive toward Bath Road on the even hours. So eastbound on the even hours and westbound on the odd hours. So out of town on the even hours, into town on the odd hours. And the last bus of the day leaves Sweetser to come back into town at 5 p.m. So if you're out in that area toward Cook's Corner and Sweetser, you need to be there to get on that bus before 5 p.m. Okay? And then today, one other thing to mention, we'll have Frank's video in today's email blast. So we haven't had an installment of Frank since last week. People are missing their Frank. They need a Frank fix, so you can get one today. And tomorrow morning, there's a thing happening that if you have good online access, you may be interested in doing this. It's through the Portland, Maine Regional Chamber. And I'm not sure if everyone's heard of Dr. Navra Shah. Dr. Shah, he's the director of the Maine CDC. He's amazing. He's so calm, and the way he presents information is really easy to absorb. And they're doing tomorrow morning, Wednesday, April 8th, from 8 to 9 a.m. online free. So you can log into this. It starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's a full impact update on the COVID-19 in the state of Maine. So it's really applicable to us and where we're living in the state of Maine right now. And it's tomorrow morning, April 8th from 8 to 9 a.m. online. So that's through the portlandregion.com is the website. Portland, Portland Region, REGION.com. So go to that to register for this online chat tomorrow with Dr. Shaw, the director of the Maine CDC. And he's amazing. So I hope that you go and do that. I will definitely be tuning into that. and I'll update it tomorrow in my video. Whew, so that's it. A lot of information. Things are changing every day. Luckily, the state of Maine, as of this morning, was still under 500 cases. We had 499. My guess is that will change by tomorrow. But I hope you are staying home and staying healthy and staying well. We miss you at the People Plus Center, and we cannot wait for this to get back to normal. So enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow on a community update. Take care.